Hey guys, this is OracleDaphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do a video that my guides had really encouraged me to do, which was about hopes, dreams, and wishes. And I picked some dandelions yesterday, and I made some dandelion tea, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a video with the dandelion because we've all made wishes blowing dandelion seeds into the wind. So I thought it was really appropriate. And I want to do like a few more videos. I'm not sure how many I'm going to be able to record using the dandelion tea as inspiration. Specifically, I want to do one that's themed on kind of, looking at some of the challenges in life, because the dandelion itself can grow in really tough conditions. And so I want to look at kind of like a contrast. So today, this one is going to be about hopes, dreams, and wishes, and sort of this softer, feminine energy of, what can you look forward to? What are the things that are coming through as far as hopes, dreams, and wishes at this time? I'm very inspired for spring. I think of this as like a spring inspired series. And I'm inspired by just like the idea of detoxing at this time. What can we do to kind of clean our environment, detox from the inside out? I was inspired by, there's another YouTuber, she posted today a video about anti-inflammatory foods, meals that she had made. So her name is Tish Wonders. She did like a video today about that. And so I'll post that link, but I'm just usually in the springtime, I'm very inspired by other content creators, and it's not like a partnership or anything like that. It's just inspiration. And I think last year I did a spring inspired post, which I posted like all of my favorites from other content creators on IG. So I might do more links to people that inspire me or videos that inspire me, and link them, but at this time, this video is going to be about hopes, dreams, and wishes. And I'm just going to look and read the tea and see what I get. Already, I'm really liking this spot here that's coming in from the sunlight. Really, really beautiful. And before I begin, I do want to say a big thank you to everybody who has supported my work and my content. All of it's free, so please, if you can, donate. I sort of piece together my finances, so it's very important that people donate. So it keeps me motivated. It keeps me able to, produce this kind of content. I did not like do the monthly horoscopes because it takes so much time. I think in the month of January, and I came back for March. So I really honestly appreciate all the support and love. And if you can put like a little dandelion or flower in the comments, and like this and share this video. It's really appreciated. So yeah, we have this beautiful sunlight coming through the tea here. And I'm just gonna look to see what are the like. This is going to sound like an interesting message. I'm noticing the color green here that's coming through, and I feel like there's a lot of messages that are coming through that color itself. One of the first things that came through actually is you're going to be in a place in your life where you're going to be making other people jealous. So I don't know why that's coming through, but you might be stepping into some, they call it like glow up energy. You might be coming into some money. You might be getting a new job. You might, get pregnant. You might, all these things that can make other people envious. You might get a new car. You might start to wear more jewelry. You might start to really get into luxury items. You might start to, you might get married. Like the people get so jealous of others getting married. So you might get married. You might, get like a beautiful like engagement ring and wedding ring. And it's just like all of this status kind of stuff, status level stuff that I'm seeing, which might make other people jealous. And so it's a wish come true for you, or dream come true for you. But like, as far as other people, they're going to be jealous of you. And so it's kind of like a mixed message. I don't really even know how to deliver it. for some of you, you have wanted, I'm seeing, to slim down. Okay, so like the green energy is making me think of, superfoods and green, like detoxing, uh, blends of like amazing greens and things like that you would have in like smoothies and stuff. And I'm seeing you really slim down. And as far as like if that's been a hope, wish, or dream for you to lose weight or to slim down or to become really, really healthy, I feel like your health is going to improve. I'm seeing like a major improvement in your health. I'm specifically seeing like the slender of the dandelion stems here, and I feel like you might actually lose more weight than you're expecting. Definitely, for sure. Hang on. I'm thinking that, there was a person who commented on my channel about how in some way they had lost hope for the things that they had wanted in life. So I want to specifically look to see about any messages coming through regarding that. Because I feel I want to be, I'm very honest about what I see, but I also want to be specific about what I'm looking for, because I feel like for many of you, you're going to resonate with this if I see something that maybe you've wanted. Something that maybe you've wanted. I definitely feel, okay, so this is interesting. I'm seeing at the bottom, there's 2 dandelions at the bottom there. And I'm seeing for some of you, if you have wanted to have a relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it leads to marriage or children, I feel like you're going to have a relationship. For those of you who are really trying to reinvigorate maybe your sex life, you're going to reinvigorate. You're going to get laid again. For some of you, you're going to, if like whatever the long-awaited relationship stuff is, I feel like you might find a match unexpectedly, or come into union with a partner or someone that I feel like there's a lot of softness to the relationship, or to this person, or to this couple, like affection. That's the word I was trying to say. I was searching for it. They're very affectionate. Like, to me, it's a relationship that has a strong physicality to it, affectionate side, playful side. I'm seeing very playful energy. I feel like for many people, and I've seen this many times, that when our energy is closed, or our energy is not really interested in relationships, we can't really attract it. So like, it's hard. There's a lot of times it'll happen if you've forgotten about something, if you've dropped it, if you let it, the attachment to the outcome go. Like, let's just say you're wanting something really badly. If you let it go and you release your attachment to the outcome, most likely it comes faster. It might come in a different way than you're expecting, but it will come. For people whose energy is closed, specifically, where they don't leave the house and they don't ever put themselves out there, and they're not working on themselves, and they don't really have any understanding of what self-care means, and they're not really working on their appearance, or they're not putting themselves out into the dating world, it's going to be really hard to attract a partner. So I say this as far as wishes and dreamings. I feel like many of you are wishing and hoping for a relationship. I do feel it for many of you. You're going to have a very affectionate, very physical, very loving partnership and come into union with a person. But I have to say that it's not necessarily going to be in a time period that you are wanting, or in a time period where you're closed, or in a time period where you don't want anybody to touch you. Like, if you're going through that kind of, dark night of the soul, also, nobody likes a sad person. Nobody likes somebody who's depressed. Nobody likes somebody who's down in the dumps and is like, like they can't, get it together. So it's one of those things where it's hard to attract that. And I feel, you might, for some of you, you might actually attract more than one person when you start to really pull your energy into yourself and pouring all your love into yourself, and sort of, switching things up, because it's sort of like if you're in that place of hoping, wishing, and dreaming all the time, you're not necessarily what's the word, pouring that love or those hopes, wishes, and dreams into yourself. You kind of have to build it yourself, and then it will come. You have to build yourself up, and you have to work on building yourself up. And it's a very challenging kind of I want to say kind of horrible paradigm that we have to do that. But I have noticed that when I'm personally, like when I'm doing all of my self-care routines, and I'm doing all the, face care, stuff, and I'm really, taking care of my physical health, and eating really well, I attract a whole bunch of interesting people that I would not have normally. When I'm in a very foul mood, or life is really, really crappy, I don't attract the people that, that are really going to be best for me. I attract people who probably will end up, taking advantage in some regard, or being mean in some regard, because you have to show yourself the love for yourself. So it's kind of one of those things, some people would argue with that, but that's what I'm seeing in this reading. And so I would encourage you to, for this hopes, wishes, and dreams, I will tell you that most likely you will attract a person or multiple people, but I would also encourage you to really pull back into your self-care routines and make sure that you're, glamming it up and glowing it up yourself. And I know, like, people don't like to hear that. But, when I wear red lipstick, I attract like every man in the next 3 counties. When I have my hair dyed blonde, I attract a whole bunch of, younger, very good looking people. So I have to say that, in our culture, it's, appearance is important. So that's the thing I will tell you. This is, you're going to get your hopes, wishes, and dreams, but when you're looking good, when you're feeling good, when you are, especially if you're trying to attract a masculine, when you're, appearing in a certain way that is easy on the eyes. That's what I want to say. Because people, when they're looking for relationships, that's the first thing that they do. They look at a person with their eyes. They don't look at a person with their heart. The heart comes later. Okay, what else? This is a beautiful message. Some of you who have been dreaming of going to the ocean, you're going to get your wish to go to the ocean. So, like, let's just say you've been wanting, like, longing to go to the ocean at some point. Or some place specifically. You're going to get to go to the ocean. And you're going to go swimming in the ocean. I see you swimming in the ocean. For some of you, like, if those of you who've been dreaming or wishing for a beach vacation, I feel like you're going to get your wish. I also see beachfront property, or buying a property that's close to a body of water. It could be close to a lake. It could be close to a river. It could be close to the beach. I'm seeing some kind of beach energy here. It's very playful, very, very fun. There's a lot of playfulness coming through this energy. And, the thing is we get what we want when we are attracting, when we're having fun. So you need to go out and have some fun, whatever that fun is for you. Everybody's fun is a little bit different. So, there's an account that I follow, and her fun was going out with a girlfriend and reading a good book and having a glass of white wine somewhere. That was her fun. And her fun was running marathons, and her fun was doing things with her dog and her partner. Her fun was traveling to different countries. You don't have to do the fun that everybody else is doing, but whatever fun means to you is what is the encouraging message here. Hopes, what other thing is coming through here? Some of you are struggling with your blood sugar. You're going to get your blood sugar under control. I'm also seeing like your diet, going back to the diet weight loss thing, you're going to get control on your diet. I'm also seeing like those of you who I don't know, it has to do with sweets actually. So I'm seeing a bunch of messages come through. Those of you who've always wanted to open a bakery, you're going to open a bakery. Those of you who really want to get more into cooking and baking, you're going to get into cooking and baking. I'm seeing a practical message about there's something specific that you're needing or wanting. Like say, for instance, you want like a new blender or something for your kitchen or something to cook with. Maybe it's like a Dutch oven. I'm seeing something specific. I also see like basic needs, money for food. Those are people, you know, who are on Snap and they struggle. I feel like you're going to have money for food. I'm also seeing you're going to have money for basics. I also am seeing you're going to have the things that maybe like more craft, more hobby. So let's just say you want to learn how to make candles. You're going to make candles. Those of you who want to I was seeing candles and soap making and things like that. You're going to be able to buy supplies. Those of you who like want to just, you really expand creatively, you're going to be able to expand creatively. I'm seeing also someone fixing up a building. Those of you who do like any kind of fixer upper type things. I'm seeing like a fixer upper building. I'm seeing a fixer upper home. I'm seeing like doing really creative things with interior decorating. Those of you who want to do things like freshen up your home, maybe it's an addition, maybe it's getting some new furniture. I'm seeing specifically some kind of fun colorful couch. Maybe it's just getting a comfortable piece of furniture or something really cool that you found on Etsy, or like something that you're dreaming of or wanting to get. I feel like you're going to get. I'm seeing some beautiful messages about things that you would do, like let's say with animals. So like if you've always wanted to go swim with, I was thinking swimming with those stingrays, like in a tropical place, or swimming with the dolphins. I feel like you're going to be able to do that. I'm seeing that specifically, and it's coming through the water element here. So it's a beautiful energy. It's actually interesting. I'm seeing a rainbow. I'm seeing like the arches. And to me, it's like a rainbow energy. And so for some of you, you need to actually have hope or believe that your wishes and dreams are going to come true. That you have to actually like have hope that you're going to get through like any tough times that you're having, or get through the times in your life, or that you haven't had the things that you needed, or you haven't been able to do the things that you've wanted to do. I'm seeing like this kind of fantasy element as well. I don't really want to make this 18 plus, but I kind of feel like those of you who have like fantasies, like of things that you want to do with a partner, maybe it's increasing your passion levels, or you have a fantasy of hooking up somewhere with a particular person. I feel like you're going to do that. Like whatever those fantasies are, you're going to live those out. It almost feels a little bit like a bucket list, like those of you who have like a bucket list, or things that you really want to do in life. If you've always wanted to, let's just say, I don't know, maybe buy some diamonds, or like I'm seeing some really sparkly, beautiful energy. I don't know, do things that are a little bit more like I said, luxurious, or do like a spa vacation. I'm also seeing like retreats, like doing like maybe you're really wanting to go on like a women's retreat somewhere. There was this really cool YouTuber who went and she took like a pottery class in Italy. This is the kind of thing like that, those of you who are really interested in pottery, or really interested in traveling, I feel like you're going to get to travel and do the things that you want to do. I'm seeing also just I saw this this beautiful YouTuber who did this little video about shops, these really beautiful shops in France. And one was a chocolate shop. And I think one was like a candle or art store. It had like it was like a gift shop, really beautiful, really unique thing. So like those of you who are kind of quirky and you have like quirky hopes, wishes, and dreams, I feel like you're gonna get to do those things. Like if you've always wanted to go shopping in France, for example, or do like flea market things, or go to like a flea market in New York City, or take the family or something and go to New York and go shopping in New York with your daughter, or whatever it is that you have like an idea of, like as far as your hopes, you're going to be able to do those things. I feel strongly you're going to be able to do those things. I feel like the element of romance is going to come up, but I also feel like the energy of just positive energy, those of you who have been really hoping that things would get better or just be more positive, there's brighter days ahead is what I'm seeing, or what's wanting to come through. It's a beautiful kind of golden energy. And for some of you, you're heading into like a period of time where things are going to be easier for you. That's what I want to say. It's not going to be as hard as it's been. So I got to leave off here. Thank you guys so much. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.